Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain, and this is the final review, the final episodic review for Digimon Adventure Tri Lost, Digimon Adventure Tri Soshitsu. So this is episode 17 if you're going to be watching it episodically, and I am with Shady of Lightning and we're going to be discussing in detail this specific episode. And after this episode finishes, probably a few days later, you're going to have a complete wrap-up, a round-up review, which is going to take into account the whole movie, just as a whole, and we're going to be discussing it, and hopefully we have enough time to digest our thoughts and are able to recollect and impartially give our views. And right now, I am not impartial. I am going to be biased, and I'm going to say I didn't like this episode, but you know what? Let me hand it over to Shady of Lightning.
You didn't like this episode?
Nah.
Well, I agree with you, man. I didn't like this episode either. Well, to be fair, the episode starts off really strong. As we see, the battle with Machindramon and Gennai carries on to this movie as well. And we see this brilliant part of the Tentamon hologram.
I love that.
Oh, my days, that was brilliant.
I have to hold my hands up and say, oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it was very, very well done. It just genius because of the fact that, and this is one thing which I want all of you to take note of. If you guys have watched our previous reviews, check it out by the way, the episode 16 review, take note. If you are going to beat, if you are going to tackle, if you are going to battle someone who is starkly more stronger, for example, Rookie Digimon versus Mega level Digimon, you will only win, or you will only put up a fight using your brain.
Basically have a plan before the battle.
Exactly. Not randomly have Gabumon's blue blaster
and gamble on the fact that they might be able to digivolve into Mega.
Yeah, but the point is, Gabumon's blue blaster to deflect Machindramon's in the last episode, and in this episode, we will talk about that very soon, but let's talk about the Machindramon versus the Tentamon one, and then having the iceberg fall on them. Having the hologram projected on the ice, and
that was a brilliant move. It's typical Izzy, isn't it?
It's just Izzy.
Izzy's by far the best character in this whole series, man.
You know what? We said it before. Is he the de facto leader? Is he the one that's doing absolutely everything? He is definitely the workhorse of the crew of the Digidestin, but I did enjoy it. And one thing I also did enjoy is the fact that this corrupted Gennai is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal with him being trapped in the vines, and
he just escapes easily.
So you know what I want to say? I'm gonna go on a whim and say, you know what? This corrupted Gennai is on the level right now of a rookie level Digimon at the very least. Yeah, the power scaling is absolutely whack. And why is it whack? Because afterwards we see MetalSeadramon is stalking, absolutely dominating Matt with Gabumon and Agumon.
And Gabumon straight up attacked
Blue Blaster
right in the face, and we're finding it amazing that a rookie Digimon that can actually deflect and attack. Even the Digidestin themselves are saying, "Wow, amazing!
I can't believe this happened."
Against a big guy like that,
Gabumon's Blue Blaster was able to make Metalseadramon retreat.
Not even deflect. Retreat.
So therefore, there was some sort of damage that was there. Now, See, that's the thing. That's like the key word. See, one thing I absolutely couldn't stand is the fact that why aren't they talking? Why isn't MetalSeadramon? Why isn't Machindramon talking? They have one of the most eloquent dialogues, especially MetalSeadramon.
MetalSeadramon was a flamboyant leader. He was as if, you know how Ken was?
Yeah.
Imagine Ken as a Digimon, a Mega level Digimon. His personality, how evil he was, how he always wanted everyone to just obey him. If they don't obey him, he'll just murder you on the spot. And that authoritative figure.
And this is the thing, and because of the fact that we've still yet to be revealed to more details regarding the infected Digimons or the Dark Masters and one half the Dark Masters, we were absolutely and utterly disappointed with the lack of the inclusion of Puppetmon and Piedmon. Where the hell were they? However, here's a little theory: the fact that the
Piedmon was sent away by Machinedramon in the Gate of Destiny.
So there is you're ruining this. That's a video for another day, guys.
It's another video,
So that's coming up in 3 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but regarding the other Digimon Dark Masters, the fact that where were they? But to back them up in their own defense, these Digimon who are possessed or who are under the control or who are infected, whether it be whether it be what's the
Kuwagumon.
Kuwagumon, whatever, they don't talk. They're not talking, and they've been silent. Imperialdramon has been silent, so maybe there is that aspect, and we might know more about it as time comes by. And with that,
but you can't. The thing is that it doesn't really matter if they're infected or not. Even War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, when they digivolved, they didn't say anything either. They didn't say any of their attacks. When Metal Garurumon did his Giga Missile, he didn't do his Giga Missile. He didn't call out the name of the attack. For me, it just ruins the attack in a sense.
or are you talking about right now the lack of attack calling?
Yeah, attack calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we move on to that, I'm talking about the lack of dialogue that comes out of MetalSeadramon's mouth and Machindramon. And the point being, the defense which I might give is the fact that maybe because the infector are under the control, they are mute. And with that, let's move on to the attacking. So before that, actually, Ty and Matt, once again, a good connection. Firstly, as friends, as leaders, as hero and hero.
The main two.
The main two. How are they still breathing underwater?
I have no idea. How long was it? Maybe a full minute or 2 minutes underwater. They drowned, then they went back up, and then they drowned again, and they were standing there at the bottom of the ocean.
But then that's more symbolic because of the fact that they were able to achieve the mega level Digivolution for both Gabumon and Agumon respectively.
It was done well. I will say that.
Regarding, as much as we criticize the whole fact that MetalSeadramon and
Gabumon is apparently as strong as MetalSeadramon.
But the fight between Metal Garurumon as well as War Greymon against MetalSeadramon was
brilliant.
It was absolutely brilliant, and we were just like, that's good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what's not good during the fight.
No attack calling.
Just what were the attacks that were thing? You were telling me. He was telling me this as we were watching it. What were the attacks that they were just not calling out?
The Giga Missile from Metal Garurumon's chest.
Yeah.
And War Greymon's Terror Force, the Terror Tornado.
See,
which split MetalSeadramon in half in the first season. It did nothing to him. Now it doesn't make sense. And Gabumon apparently can reflect MetalSeadramon's attack.
See, and here's another thing: the fact that because of the lack of name, the calling of the attacks itself, you viewers might be like, oh, they never done it before. Excuse me, but the rookie level Digimon were naming their attacks, marching fishes,
Blue Blaster,
Puppy Howling,
Blue
Blaster, and what was the Vine one?
Not Vinewick, that's Pokemon.
I just call it Vine, but you know what? Just in general, Patamon when he was deflecting.
Bubble Boom.
Yeah, Bubble Boom. It's just everything about it. I think that that's a big oversight on their regard. And in terms of positive, that's where it truly ends.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the fight.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds of Digivolution.
You actually timed it, by the way. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Everyone digivolves into Mega.
But let's talk about the Digivolution. They first go to Champion, then they go into Ultimate, then they go into Mega. Now, if it was just Sora's one, fine, I get it. They built up Sora and Biomon's little conflict and their eventual reunion by the end, and I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, that was done. That was
good.
That was good.
+1, thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's my Japanese accent.
Yeah.
+1. And with that being said, I thought to myself, hey, that's good. Phoenixmon, they should be able to do it. Suddenly, hey Takeru, I want to fight as well. Excuse me. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why was Patamon's Mega Digivolution wasted on such a absolute trash sequence? It was not needed.
You
know what, Shady? Let us know. Tell everyone right now the importance of Patamon's Digivolution.
Basically, when Angemon first arrived, when Patamon finally digivolved to Angemon against Devimon, Angemon was the final Digimon partner to digivolve. That's why it was so significant when we finally saw Angemon, Magna Angemon, again, the final ultimate Digimon to finally digivolve against the final Dark Master, Paimon. Every one of Patamon's Digivolutions was important. It was significant. To now finally...
Pause. Before we go into Seraphimon, how strong was Angemon and how strong was Magna Angemon, respective and relative to their champion counterparts, as in the other champion level Digimon and as well as the other ultimate level Digimon?
Angemon is basically, he has the strength against the dark Digimon. He has the strength of an ultimate when he fights against a dark Digimon. Magna Angemon, he's got he could seal any Digimon away. He's basically the police officer of the digital world.
Straight up.
Yeah. He sealed away Paimon, I said before.
And what level is Paimon?
Paimon's a Mega.
And Magna Angemon is a ultimate level Digimon. So understand the scope of the powers.
Magnamon went toe to toe with Blackwall Greymon.
Machinedramon.
Yeah, Machinedramon, yeah. And Blackwall Greymon even said, "Oh, you are an actual worthy foe, but you're still just not strong enough." But that's a huge compliment. It's coming from Blackwall Greymon.
Exactly. Now how important is Seraphimon?
Seraphimon is one of the Digimon God's protectors. He's one of the 3 angelic Digimon that protect the Digimon God. That's a huge character. That's a huge character in the digital world, the Digimon lore. So to just waste him on Machindramon, which is not needed, because later on, Kabuterimon digivolves into Hercules Kabuterimon.
Now, this is the reason why it completely diluted and it really annoyed me. Why the hell do you need 3 Mega level Digimons to counter a
one Machindramon that got countered by
Gabumon.
Puppy Howling?
Yeah, and was deflected by Gabumon's Blue Blaster.
Blue Blaster, exactly.
It was weird. It was a waste. It really was a waste. What I would say is, if they had Kabuterimon and him going into Mega Kabuterimon and then going to Hercules Kabuterimon to maybe support the infrastructure, because they were in a setting whereby everything was falling apart. So if he was like the cover, because look, Hercules Kabuterimon has a very wide frame. He has a large surface area. So if there is a point where the whole infrastructure is collapsing, they could go under him and he could save them in that sense. That is a good utilization of Hercules Kabuterimon.
Basically to protect the Digitester from the oncoming rubble. Yeah.
How does Seraphimon play into this? This is the reason why I was really annoyed, because the poster showcased the fact that, okay, we're going to have Phoenixmon and Seraphimon. Yeah, Phoenixmon, I understand. We get it. But it should be Phoenixmon alone.
Yeah.
It should be Phoenixmon alone. Or, how about this? This is a good idea. If it was Phoenixmon and Seraphimon versus MetalSeadramon and Machindramon, that's one thing. But come on, 2-on-1, and it was 2-on-1 against MetalSeadramon as well.
Yeah.
Both War Greymon, both Metal Garudamon. You really are messing up the power scaling of Digimon Adventure Tri. It is so frustrating, so annoying. Seraphimon it's just, what the hell?
Exactly.
Really, what the hell?
It should have been a more significant opponent. Imagine if, again, I'm going to go back to Daemon. Imagine if it was up against Daemon. Oh my days.
If they do introduce Daemon, they're going to have 4 Mega level Digimons in order to justify. I can't stand it. I can't.
And Seraphimon never even spoke. He never spoke a word.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
For the 2 minutes that he was on screen, he never even spoke a word.
He didn't name his attack.
He didn't even name his attack.
And it didn't.
Which didn't make sense, because Phoenixmon named his attack, Hercules Kabuterimon named his attack, but Seraphimon never even spoke.
Exactly. And Phoenixmon was just, I don't know. I really don't know. And that is the main criticism. And you know what? We'll top it off in terms of the critical nature. That's the negatives. Power scaling. Made no sense. The pacing was just a bit whack. How are you spending 6 minutes plus on Digivolution? You're just like, okay, I don't know what's going on. They're basing the tune of Digimon as and they probably looped it a few times because they had not acoustic, but they had a little guitar solo to make it long and long and long. Maybe this is a tribute to the composer who has passed away, who is a legendary composer. So if that is the case, I'm happy with that. But you should do that during the fight. Braveheart it wasn't utilized to as good as it should have been.
They're just force feeding it to us now, man. They're just trying to make it look like this epic moment because these three mega level Digimon just digivolved. They're trying to make it epic, but the thing is, I've already seen comments that people are fangasming over the fact that we see these 3 mega level Digimon.
Just seeing those 2, Phoenixmon and Seraphimon, who were included in the poster itself, people were going crazy. People were going crazy. God.
People were going nuts.
Like, what the hell? And I was just so utterly disappointed. I can't really personify my disappointment apart from the fact that, not what the hell, what the heaven, because of the fact that Seraphimon was just...
He was wasted. He was wasted.
Trash.
And the thing is, people want to see these Digimon, but it depends on the context. You can't just force feed it and think, oh my gosh, it's what brilliance.
And it's not nostalgia. It really isn't nostalgia as well, because this is the first time we've seen them.
Yeah, exactly.
What it is,
in the series.
It might be nostalgia for you fellas and girls who've watched watched and played the game of Digimon, and you may be more familiar with the lore or the other backstory, which may or may not be canon to the Digimon Adventure universe itself. So there is that, and it might be nostalgic to you, but it really isn't, because of the fact that it's so recent. What we mean by nostalgia is them showing the Primal Village, because that was from the original season, or them showing a few bits and bobs.
The bus.
Yeah. A few bits and bobs from the first 2 seasons, or them kind of playing on and giving us more information from loose-ended storylines which were not complete in the first original 2 seasons. And that is, of course, the whole notion of the Dark Ocean, the Dark Masters. Where the hell was Papimon? Where the hell are they? How are they thingy? Let's move on to a creepy-ass Gennai and how he was able to awaken the evil Meikumon by
basically torturing.
And
Mako.
guys, I can't remember. Is it Meikurumon?
Meikurumon.
Correct me down below if needed.
Yeah.
But it was really dark as well. They were flip-flopping between very dark and maybe not so dark throughout this movie. They were showcasing the fact that, hey,
he was choking her,
and only the woman as well. It's
the
pervert.
Yeah,
Sanji. Dark Sanji. And I was fine with that.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you what I wasn't fine with?
It
felt like an abrupt end.
It just ended suddenly, innit?
An abrupt end.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I felt like this really did deserve one more episode.
Yeah.
One more episode. The 3rd chapter had 5 episodes. Why the hell doesn't this have 5? But I also want to say this movie had a lot of time wasting, and this time wasting was, of course, the Digivolution.
Yeah.
Before that, when they were reminiscing about the old thingy, I can't remember if it was the 2nd or the 3rd episode. It may be the 2nd. They spent a good chunk of time using still images and focusing more than 4 seconds on each still image. That is extremely lazy. That is absolutely unforgivable in terms of how lazy it is. You have 4 to 6 months to prepare. Heck, 4 to 9 months at times to prepare and get this to perfection. This is a movie. This is a movie. This isn't a continuation. This isn't a extended version of
This isn't a weekly
season.
episodic episodes such as One Piece and Dragon Ball Super.
You know what? This is more so. I'll keep these thoughts for the whole movie as a whole. For the movie as a whole, for our final review, which is going to come out in a few days. Let's see if our thoughts change after we
rewatch the film.
Yeah, and with that being said, I think that this episode was
probably the worst of the 4 episodes in this movie.
Yeah, and it was the worst finale of all of the movies in general. What would you rate it as? I'm going to give this a 3. I'm going to give this a 3, yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 just because we saw Seraphimon.
Yeah, that's why it makes no sense.
Yeah.
We saw Seraphimon, but he was wasted.
Yeah, he was wasted.
In our impatience to see Seraphimon, we were kind of shot in the foot. But here's the thing. It was more interesting. So as much as I hated, and as much as the pacing of this episode kind of mirrored the really poor pacing of the movie itself, it was poor. It was stop and start, acceleration, deceleration, reverse, forwards, blah, 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 blah. The cliffhanger with,
with
Meikurumon, or maybe it's another one. I'm not too sure. But, unlocking and awakening the darkness. Maybe Yggdrasil has had its way with her. So intrigue, and it does make us think, okay.
But are you excited for the next film?
That's the thing, no. I'm hoping it's going to change, but no. What does that say? It says that this has not done good.
The movie didn't do its job. The movie didn't know what to do. It was
lost.
Yeah, it lost.
Is it lost or is it lost? That's the thing. It was flip-flopping between loss of the memories and lost because they were lost. The movie was lost. The direction was lost. They had no character.
And even when you see other animes, when the characters get lost, you see a lot more world building in that world. Here, we didn't see any world building. We didn't see any new places, or even any new places that the Digidestined have previously been before, like the factory when they were fighting against Andromon.
So yeah, that's the thing. And we're gonna be talking about this more in detail in our final review. With that being said, guys, I am so grateful for any of you who have watched all of the reviews and have come this far. Please leave a like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. But give yourself a round of applause because you know what. Our Digimon content gets a lot of love, and you know what? We cherish our Digimon content to such an extent. We think that from the 3 that we, and I shouldn't be saying this, but we do Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Dragon Ball. Our Digimon one gives us the most interaction, and you guys are probably one of the most knowledgeable people out there especially for this fandom. And if you comment away, we've been discussing, a lot of our subscribers and our commenters know we comment a lot. We've had a lot of debates with you guys, and you know what, comment more, and we'll be more than happy to debate once more. I want to know your thoughts. You want to know their thoughts.
Yeah, I want to know your thoughts as well. I know some of you are going to disagree with us. I know that.
The way I look at it this year,
So
I am the
bring it
one who
on.
stays. I'm the light one, and Shady is he's the dark one. There is that dichotomy within this channel, especially regarding Digimon. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and subscribe to your Digivices. We might Digivolve. We're just rookies, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need to Digivolve. We could take on the megas. Yeah.
You may now exit Dimsy's domain. Thank you and goodbye.
Care for nothing.
Care for nothing. Care for nothing.
Yeah, just care for nothing.
Care for nothing? Yeah, just care for nothing.